baby. We're live, all the way live. You see we're dressed up. We're ready to go. It is a big night. It's what they call in the business the go-home show. This is the big one coming up this Saturday, our 4-year anniversary show. Quite an experiment for something that was only supposed to be 2 shows to start, and we're knocking on the door of 50 shows now. During a pandemic, when everybody else was sort of shut down, we were still plugging along, doing what we do, and doing it because of you and for you. Tonight, we got a lot going on. It is Wednesday. You know that means I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. I'm loving life. I hope that you can say the same tonight. We got a lot going on. I just want to touch on a few things real quick. If you haven't subscribed already, we're around 40 to 50% of the people that watch this have never subscribed to our channel. Take a second right now. Hit that subscribe button. If you haven't turned on the notifications, go ahead and do that real quick. But we have a lot of great content on there, and we're going to talk about other content later on. Tonight, we are going to hear from Glenn Specter, Eric Enders, Alpha Rick Matthews, Coach Lance Payne. We also have a new segment, first time ever. We have this Saturday night, we have that big, fantastic finish match. Each team, Ross and Son, the Rad Boys, are going to break down their iconic finishing maneuvers. I'm excited to try that. I'm always excited to try something new in here, and that should be something pretty interesting here tonight. Later on, then, we are going to have, unbelievably, we have a brand new Imagine Live champion, partially responsible, you. Lucio De Vere is going to be defending that title tonight against the Rocker, Chris Sands. I'm really looking forward to that. Rocker, a former champion in his own right, could be the new champion tonight. Then, to end the night, we're going to close it up with a contract signing. All 3 members of that heavyweight title match will be in the ring. That's Gorgeous Gregory, that's Malachi Gage, and of course the champion, Jimmy the Hippie. Should be explosive situation. I've had individual conversations with each guys. We're hoping to keep this thing calm and civil, but boy, you got these 3 guys that don't like each other. We'll see what happens here. So, real quick, Saturday night, we're 3 days away, March 4th. I will first and foremost say thank you. Pre-sale has just been unbelievable. If you were there in February, you know the building was absolutely packed to the brim. It was difficult to think we'd have been able to get many more in that building than what we did Saturday. But man, with the pre-sale that we have right now, it damn sure looks like we're going to try, because the pre-sale is better already than what it was for February. It is going to be an incredible night. Look, wrestling and Imagine Wrestling is good. I'm biased. I get that. It is very good. But it is made great by the live crowd, the imagination that comes out and gets excited and gets loud. A good match is made great by your reaction. And boy, last time you guys were great, and I'm looking for the same thing again this time.
Absolutely. The energy has just been insane, and it takes a lot of things to make this possible, but it would be impossible without you, the fans of the imagination, and our sponsors.
Absolutely. So we do have a few big sponsors we want to talk about. First, as we talked about, we're going to be in Altoona this Saturday. We have a big sponsor, a title sponsor. Please take some time. We're going to be sharing their information again tomorrow. If you haven't done so already, if you're looking for high quality windows and or patio door home investment options within your budget, contact Jordan Treese of Renewal by Anderson at 814-330-9870. Or you can visit them, well, not today, but tomorrow at their showroom located at 487 Municipal Drive in Duncansville. I'm sure if you didn't catch that, you can rewind it, or you can just Google search that. Check out their showroom over there. But specifically, ask for Jordan, and don't forget to ask about monthly promotions. Call Jordan first thing in the morning. Nice doors, nice windows. It makes your homes much more energy efficient. And I talk about this with these guys here at this training school all the time, investing in yourself. That means going to the gym, taking care of yourself physically and mentally. And part of taking care of yourself is taking care of where you live. Keep that place in tip-top shape so that for generations that can provide shelter and comfort to a lot of people, including yourself and everyone that comes after you. So it's a good idea. Then March 18th, we're headed back to Reynoldsville. God, we love Reynoldsville. What an environment for independent wrestling. I know a lot of folks here in Altoona maybe have never made the trip to Reynoldsville, and I get it. It's a long way up there. We're going to have another way for you to see that. Show up there if you decide not to. But, man, you said it earlier tonight. We were talking about it. What an environment for wrestling. That building is so cool. The bar's right there, the lighting, just the atmosphere. I mean, it's such a cool spot for wrestling.
And it's always our rowdiest crowds right there in Reynoldsville. They are always the loudest, the rowdiest, standing room only in Reynoldsville. Let's make it happen again next time. We're on the 18th. Sorry.
On March 18th, we have two big sponsors. The first one we want to talk about is Station 101 Pub and Kitchen at 2285 Beeline Highway, DuBois, PA. Again, I mentioned before, I was checking out their website. They have a lot of things, including craft beer, homemade soup, sandwiches, wings, a variety of dinners and steaks. New York strip steak, which is my favorite. We talked about this beer cheese soup, and last Thursday, Donnie, who's one of our guys here and an important part of this team, he came down to get flyers to take up to Reynoldsville and start distributing them. Guess what he brought me?
Nah.
He bought me some beer cheese soup, and I'm going to tell you what. You want to talk about good? I'm not working anybody here. It's the God's honest truth. It was amazing. I loved
up to the hype.
It was well worth it. So now I'm anxious to have a full meal there. No doubt about it, man. Okay. It is an awesome place. So that's Station 101 Pub, and then our second sponsor we just picked up last week, and I know this place well, Napoli's Restaurant and Pizzeria. It's Sandy Drive in DuBois. They have great menu items, subs. Tammy loved it. They have pizza. They have wings. I had the wings last time I was there. Wraps. They also have a full dinners like spaghetti, rigatoni, and lasagna. They are not open on Tuesday, though. They're open the other 6 days a week, not open on Tuesday. If you show up on a Tuesday, a small man, almost like a baby man, waits outside the door and on Tuesday, and he slaps you, he kicks you, and throws you around a bit for making the mistake of showing up there on a Tuesday.
What do they have him do the other days in the week?
He's not part of the program. He gets paid 1 day a week.
Okay.
But 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., every day but Tuesday, you can go in there, you get a great meal. Great people. Lenny up there, the owner up there, great people up there. I mean, really good people, nice people. You want to talk about wrestling, Lenny's your guy up there, man. He's a long-time wrestling guy, so has a great podcast, too. I don't know if you've ever heard it. Look for his podcast at some point. Whoo, that was a mouthful. I had one more thing I wanted to cover, but I'll tell you what, we need to get to what's going on here tonight. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. We got a great interview we heard from the big boss, Glenn Specter.
Good evening, Imagination. I am Dave Brown, here with big boss Glenn Specter. You made your Imagine Wrestling debut at Volume 36. Took some money, beat down Braden Elliott. Is it all about the money with you?
You know, when I beat Braden Elliott, don't get me wrong, it felt sweet, but it is business. It's not personal, Dave. It's always business. And yes, of course it's all about the money. Imagination understands it's all about the money. That's how business gets done with the big boss. You want somebody hurt? You got to fork over those dollars. That's the way business goes. And Coach was right there. He paid me my fee. And Dave, I ask you, Imagination, did I not deliver?
You did deliver.
Exactly like I said I would. I am a man of my word. You know, Imagination looks at me and do they like me? Do they cheer for me?
No.
No, they didn't. But that's what's so insane, Dave. That's what drives the big boss crazy. I am doing a job. Something that needs to be done. I get paid to beat people up. That's how I feed my family. And if they have a problem with that, well, I don't need those kind of fans. Now, let's go on to this next little bit of business. I don't know if you know this, Dave. Let me give you a little bit of information. Let me whisper in your ear. I'll tell you a little something for imagination. All right? There's a guy named Eric Enders, and he's got a problem. Do you know who his problem's with?
His problem has been with Chris Sands.
Yeah, his problem's with Chris Sands. Well, guess what? I'm the problem solver, the big boss, Glenn Specter. And so on March 4th, I'm going to solve Eric Ender's problem. You see, he might claim to be an anarchist, and he might be against the man. Well, the big boss, Glenn Specter, is the man. And so at the end of the day, he paid up. So Chris Sands, get ready for the worst night of your life. And that's all you people need to know.
There you have it, imagination.
Tell you what, there, Glenn Specter had a lot to say about a lot of things, but the thing that sort of resonated with me was the words about the rocker, Chris Sands. Let's go ahead right now, bring him in. He's here, and he's live, and he's all-American. Rocker, Chris Sands, how you feeling tonight? You heard what Glenn Specter had to say. What are you thinking?
I did. Glenn Specter, you say that everything has a price, but you know what doesn't have a price? Happiness doesn't have a price. The happiness of me waving the American flag above Eric Ender's head. The happiness of the fans cheering on. The happiness that I get while listening to rock and roll. Now, Glenn Specter, I want you to take them glasses on your head and I want you to shine them up real nice because I want you to see pretty clear into the future. I'm not going to have the worst night of my life. Maybe you're going to have an even better night than me because I'm going to teach him a little bit of rock and roll. And I'm going to bang his head.
There you go. Rocker, of course, had that big match this Saturday. Got a big match coming up tonight. He could be the Imagine Live champion. Match is coming up real shortly here. Rocker and Lucio De Vere. Let's go ahead and bring in at this time. Wanted some extra time here tonight. Coach Lance Payne with his whistle. You seem like you're in a good mood.
Oh, yeah. I am in a great mood because it's a big night this Saturday. Not just for the Imagination family, but for everyone. I tell you why. VIP is sold out.
Yeah.
There's only a few general
Admission?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Words are hard sometimes. I got you.
Hey, everybody has a Robin. But hey, we're going to be sold out. It's going to be a big night for all the competitors there that night. We have WWE, former WWE wrestler James Ellsworth coming in. Mm-hmm. We have Glenn Specter coming out here tonight, Saturday night. We have a fantastic finish for the Imagine Wrestling Tag Team titles. That match is going to be hot, but I'll tell you, one match that I can't wait to see, the triple threat match for the heavyweight championship between that stinking dirty hippie and that sideshow psycho Malachi Gage and the gorgeous one, Gorgeous Gregory. That match is going to be 5-star, 5-star, 5-star. I also hear that David Lawless has a surprise Saturday, which the coach is going to do it bigger. All the shows been bigger than ever. Been big. Oh, man, sorry. I am so excited. I'm so excited.
Maybe get a drink before you talk next time.
Yes, I will. But David Lawless, I hear that you have a surprise, but the coach has an even bigger surprise. Everybody come out this Saturday to the 4th year anniversary of Imagine Wrestling.
Tell you what, you don't hear the coach tongue-tied very often. He really sort of has piqued my interest. He's so excited he can't even talk because he has this apparently his own big surprise tonight or Saturday night. I guess time will tell. There's only one way if he really delivers on a surprise. 2 big surprises this Saturday. One thing I do want to talk about before we get into our match here, it's coming up real soon. If you haven't heard about it already, go on and check out our channel there on YouTube. We do have the members, the YouTube members page on the YouTube channel now. What it amounts to is, I'll be brief, for $9.99 a month, you get access to all of the live events that we've had in the past and anything that's coming up in the future. Now, you won't get it live as it's happening. It's not like the WWE Network, but 2 days later. So when the show happens on Saturday, you'll get to see it first thing on Monday and anytime thereafter. So if you're a member, and a lot of people have signed up. So all of you folks that have already signed up, we really appreciate it. And we hope you feel like you're getting your money's worth. A lot of good content already on there. A lot of good content coming up. Once we get to a specific threshold of members, we're going to do some other stuff. We're going to do exclusive training matches here at the dojo that people wouldn't be able to see otherwise. So it's kind of a cool idea. And what it's doing for us is it's just providing a way that we can upgrade everything that we have here. So for example, the camera that being shot right now, this is an upgraded camera. We got a new camera. We got some new banners that are going to be there Saturday night. I don't want to ruin any surprises, but we've got some stuff cosmetically, and it's a big part of it is the great turnouts and the help through this YouTube program that they have in place. So it's not a lot of money. It's the same as what you would spend on one of the Imagine DVDs. So if you want to consider it, we'd appreciate it. It's a great way to keep up whenever you can't go to all the shows. And if you do go to all the shows, it's a great way to hear DC Bentley and Dave and their commentary. And it really is. It adds a lot to the show, the commentary does. So if you have time, check it out. Think about it. We appreciate you no matter what. At this time, though, we haven't heard from we saw this video once, but it is important that we hear from it again. This match this Saturday is a big one coming up. Big Lenny versus Lucio De Vere. Fans bring the weapon. Let's go ahead and hear from Big Lenny.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the Imagine Nation, I am DC Bentley here with your beloved Mountain Man Big Lenny. Big Lenny, we were expecting a big announcement, but a fans bring the weapons match against the Enigma Lucio De Vere. That's explosive. What are your thoughts?
I'll be honest, DC. I really felt like the fans got cheated at the last show. I felt like they deserved a little bit more from my last hoorah, shall we say. So I figure they deserve this. They deserve to make Imagine history with this fans bring the weapons match, and this is the way they can involve themselves in our next show, March 4th. Bring them out. Altoona, crazy, wild, everything you got, and I'll find a way to use it.
All right. Huge words from a huge man. I'm DC Bentley. Back to you.
Got to tell you, man, I am really looking forward to this. In some ways, in other ways, sad moment. You know, this is going to be the final match of the Mountain Man, Big Lenny. He's going to be going one-on-one with Lucio De Vere, and we're getting ready to see Lucio De Vere here in just a few minutes. That is the fans bring the weapon. So if you've never seen one of these things, they can be somewhat interesting, to say the least. I've been in a few. Have you been in a few of these?
I've been in a few of these, a couple with Big Lenny. Actually.
Yeah, they are something else. There's no doubt about it. So, but what we'll say is that nothing else, man. Come back, and if you were an old-time KCW fan here in Altoona and you remember Big Lenny from there and you haven't been to Imagine show, this is going to be your last chance to see him. If you're hit and miss on the Imagine shows, I know people have lives and can't be at every single show, but this is going to be the one to be at. I mean, we have so much great stuff going on. The anniversary show, the fans bring the weapon, a lot going on. So we got some stuff going on right now that I feel like it's time we get to, right? People want to see wrestling. This is called Imagine Wrestling. Let's have a wrestling match.
Let's do it.
First, he is from Paradise City. He is the Rocker, Chris Sands.
That's my buddy right there.
His opponent, he is the new Imagine Live Champion from the other side of your mind. He is the Enigma, Lucio De Vere.
20-year veteran, Imagine Live champion Lucio De Vere, very dangerous.
Very very quite proud of winning that title last week. I saw it on social media. A lot of people from the other side of your mind were also happy. A lot of feedback for Lucio De Vere winning this title last Wednesday. I got to question how long it's going to be, though. I mean, look at the Rocker, man. He is riding a wave of momentum after that flag match in February. He has a ton of energy, a ton of charisma, and man, he that heart. You can't spell or define any better than the heart of the Rocker, Chris Sands.
Yeah, he's a real student of the game. Became a good friend of mine by picking my brain when he first became a wrestler. Always looking for a way to get that upper hand and to do it cleanly.
Setting him up here. Vintage Rocker movement there, a la Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig. Beautiful neck snap there. And that is the type of moves that, he didn't win the match there, but that's something that lingers down the line when your neck is snapped like that, that whiplash effect. It can help lead to the point where you get to that rocker dropper that is one of many matches.
Beautifully done there at the neck snap right into a front chancery. Lucio De Vere comes up with a forearm right to the back of the neck. Absolutely brutal stuff.
Lucio looking really focused right now. He might be setting him up already for that rocker dropper. No, beautiful dive bomber.
Beautifully done neck breaker, flip over style.
Beautiful dive bomber style neck breaker. New offense out of the Rocker, Chris Sands. I like that. You change up the game a bit. You make it more difficult for guys to figure out and prepare for you. Setting him up. He might be going for that big DDT. Oh, look at the power. Got him up on his shoulder. I think he was going for that DVD. Luckily, Rocker able to counter, pushes him into the corner, sets him up. Big clothesline in the corner, setting him up for that bulldog. Oh, he buried him in the corner and just mowed him in half. And we talk about the heart of Chris Sands, but you can't. There's no substitute for the experience and obviously the size advantage that Lucio De Vere has.
Yeah, he showed that right there by catching him out of midair and setting him up for that Death Valley driver. Chris Sands able to get out of the way, but Lucio De Vere, the veteran, follows up with two big clotheslines. Got his man right where he wants him now.
Lucio De Vere looking extremely focused, extremely prepared for this big fight with Big Lenny this Saturday night. Fans bring the weapon. Of course, we have other things going on tonight that you're not going to want to miss. We have the Rad Boys going to be prepared. They're going to talk to us about that fantastic finish match, as are the Rad Boys. We're going to break down that finishing maneuver that each team has, and they're going to break them down and tell you exactly why their move is the best tag team finishing move.
Yeah, it'll be some great insight to hear how the Rad Boys break that down and to hear the a strange look into the weird sides of the Ross Boys.
Beautifully executed on that side slam. Got a long 2 count on that particular situation. Then later on tonight, to close out the night, we have that explosive contract signing. We've seen the contract signings not go well in the past, but I got my fingers crossed. Hopefully we have a better result tonight. It's going to be yourself signing the contract for the Imagine Heavyweight title match in a triple threat. It'll be yourself, Jimmy the Hippie, Gorgeous Gregory, Malachi Gage, sitting around a table, crossing my fingers, being extremely civilized.
Saturday cannot get here soon enough. I can't wait to tear the roof off the Juniata Civic Association building this Saturday. Get your tickets before they sell out. Big power slam. Lucio De Vere showing why he's Imagine Live champion.
Deep on that power slam. Well done. Hey, no matter what you think about this whole Enigma thing and the mohawk and the face paint, this guy can get it done in the center of that ring. He can throw strikes, he can throw bombs, he can execute some big power moves. He's put on bulk. He's a bigger guy now than he was 3 months ago. I would say probably in around the 225-pound mark, and he's going to need every bit of that against the Mountain Man, Big Lenny, this Saturday night.
Yeah, the Mountain Man's carved out his spot in the history of Pennsylvania independent wrestling, and Lucio De Vere would love to hand him a loss in his final match. Make sure you come out. Bring some good weapons for Lenny to beat Lucio with. I know I'm going to be watching.
think the world's going to be watching. It's going to be a packed house. Man, I'm looking forward to Saturday. I don't know how to spell it any better. I think Chris Sands is probably looking forward to finding a way out of this hold right now. Being stretched backward, that knee in the spine, not a good spot to be in. Found a way to counter. Let's see if he can get some momentum going. He did a little bit there with the chin breaker on Lucio De Vere. Let's see if he can keep things going. Punch right in the mohawk.
Yeah, dulled the point of that mohawk.
And another one trying to find the temple on that one.
Bang your head!
And he got him with that one. He's got the bigger man rocking and reeling, and this may be a situation where we're getting close to having a new Imagine Live champion. Bulldog, he got him.
Chris Sands ain't waiting until Saturday. He's going to get it then tonight. We could have a new Imagine Live champion
Could be it right now. Setting him up for that rocker dropper. Feeds through. Oh, come on! What the hell?
He kicked him.
What in the hell, man?
Right in the junk.
What a villain. What a scumbag. Oh, my God. This is unacceptable on all levels. I'm not thrilled with him at all. I'll tell you what, though. I'll be back with you in a minute if you want to kill your microphone there, Jimmy. I think it's time that we find our way and we talk to the Rad Boys, man. Let's bring the Rad Boys out here now. Let's go ahead and get our TV ready here. Rad Boys, I'm gonna get your video ready here real quick.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and take a look here. You guys are gonna break down this video for us.
Look at that.
So, tell me a little bit about this double dare.
Yeah. All right. So you'll see here. Let's wait for this to replay. Now, right here, I give them the code break. I take all the wind. And they can't get any more breath in their body. And then when Jake stomps on their back, yeah, he stomped them. Knocks the rest of the wind out of their body, just long enough for us to hold that 3 count. You'll see it here. Boom, right there. And then the cover. 1.
Hold just a second. I want to get that up.
3. Yeah.
Here it is.
Right here. Yeah. Right here. Right here. Boom.
Bam.
Locking in all the air that's in their body. All right.
And then
When it comes up, Jake's going to come off the top.
flying like an eagle.
Yep. Boom.
Bam.
Right in there. Knocks all the wind out of their body.
So let me ask this. Why is this maneuver going to be more effective than that lazy boy that the Rosses have?
How many people have we put down with this move, huh?
Many.
Many
have received tickets.
Many people have fallen. Many teams have fallen to the double dare. That's right, Jake. That's right. Yeah. Including James and John. And this Saturday, you're going to find out just why the Rad Boys finishing move is the most fantastic finishing move. And not just tag team wrestling, not just Imagine Wrestling, but independent wrestling together. Everyone's going to know that this finish is fantastic. And that the Rad Boys are in the house!
See you at the anniversary show.
There you go, man. Fantastic finish match coming up this Saturday. You're seeing it right there. What a fight. What a match. It's going to be a lot of animosity between the two teams. Let's go ahead. We have another interview in the can right now. We want to go ahead and play that for you right now.
Imagination. My name is David Brown. I'm here with the people's lawyer, the gavel, David Lawless. David, we're here to talk about next month. We're here to talk about March 4th, the 4th anniversary show of Imagine Wrestling. We've heard that you're going to be in a tag match, but that's all we've heard. Do you have any information for us?
4 men step into the ring for the 4th anniversary. 2 of those men, Mambo Italiano and Alexander Apollo, men I considered brothers who are a thorn in my side. Now, I've received a lot of phone calls from a lot of my friends to be my partner on March 4th, but I've gone through my Rolodex and I found the perfect person to team up with the people's lawyer, the gavel, David Lawless, to finally put an end to Mambo and Apollo. Now, got to keep a little bit of strategy here in the old noggin. So why don't you come March 4th, Imagination, and find out who the gavel, David Lawless, chooses to take down the power brokers, because It's about time that we take back the power here in Imagine with the lawyer that's by the people, for the people, and with the people. See you on the 4th.
There you have it, Imagination. Come out March 4th.
Let's not waste any more time, man. I see him on standby right now. Let's go ahead and bring in the coach, Lance Payne, and the Ross and Son here as they talk a little bit about their finishing move. I'll go ahead and cue up the video here for you guys, and then you can tell us all about what people are going to expect this Saturday.
You know, one of the things that's a fad in wrestling today is a move that can come out of anywhere. But just like always, the Ross family, we don't do anything just for the heck of it. We don't do anything just for no reason. We do things with precision and when they're meant to happen. There's a time and there's a place for everything.
That's right, Dad. As you can see right here, we're hitting on Braden Elliott, the lazy boy. I grab him and hook him up for the neck breaker.
Yeah, and part of what this does is it traps his neck and his shoulder, so it isolates the C2 vertebrae. There's a bundle of nerves that goes up through there, so when we drop, it's a little bit like if you've ever had traction therapy done. It stretches the nerves. But we're giving a jolt to the ground, and that sends a shock to the body.
The Rad Boys were talking about how many teams they've put down with the Double Dare, but the difference between the Double Dare and the Lazy Boy is that the Lazy Boy has never been kicked out of. It has never, ever been gotten up from. And this Saturday, March 4th, at the anniversary show, it's going to be no different. Because like my father said, our move and the Rosses as a whole, we move with time and precision, and there's a time and a place for everything. And the time and the place for this move is at the end of the match, and the end of the match is whenever we want it to be.
And that's why we continue to be the Imagine Tag Team Champions, because right here, you're seeing us, both of the Rad Boys went down to this. And exactly like my son said, we decide when it's over. And Rad Boys, when we beat you once again, we will still be the greatest family in wrestling and your Imagine Tag Team Champions.
There you go. You heard it from the Ross and Son, the current tag team champions. That fantastic finish match. I'm really looking forward to it. Let's go ahead and just take a few steps right over here. We got a couple more interviews we want to get through before we get to that contract signing. Let's go ahead and bring him in at this time. He's got, of course, got a big match this Saturday against the Alpha, Rick Matthews. Let's bring him in. Eric Enders. This thing seems to be escalating very quickly between yourself and Alpha Rick Matthews. How did we get here? Where are we going?
Well, it's like this, Cato. What kind of man calls himself an alpha? I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what kind of man. Someone who's insecure. Someone who's not sure of himself. Someone who's more worried about the size of his ball sack than his abilities in the ring. And speaking of those abilities, Alpha, Rick Matthews, only has one. The spear. It's the only move in his game. He is a one-move pony. And this Saturday, I know how to take that spear out of the equation entirely. So Alpha, get ready to learn. There's no gods, no masters, just enders.
There you go, Eric Enders preparing for a fight with Rick Matthews. First time match, man. I personally, you guys have heard me. If you watch the show for a while, you know I love first time matchups. I see him making his way out of the door here right now. Let's go ahead and bring him in. Alpha Rick Matthews does not look to be in a good mood. I don't know what's happening, man. You look a little on the sour side.
Every time I am not here, I get to hear somebody running their mouth. This week, no, not this week. Well, yeah, this week and last week, it's that punk Eric Enders. They want to call out the Alpha. And I heard him. I heard him in here talking all that junk, talking about me being unsure. I'll tell you what I am sure of. I'm going to whip your ass to each pull of that ring on Saturday. And I'm going to finish what Malachi Gage started last week, breaking those ribs. You know what? I did watch it last week, and I got plenty of tape for you, Enders. I'm going to take my spear and finish your ribs off.
I'm not sure that I would want to be standing across the ring from an angry alpha. We got one more interview to get through before we get to this, my least favorite one of the night, I'm sure. Come on in. I see you lurking around in the shadows. Our new Imagine Live champion, Lucio De Vere. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I hope Lenny kicks the crap out of you this Saturday.
Well, then you're going to be really disappointed because it's going to be the other way around. Just like I did what I said I would last week and I won the title, I'm going to do exactly what I say this Saturday when I beat Lenny. I'm going to embarrass him. Lenny, this is your last match, your last hoorah. But it doesn't matter. Your prime has passed. You should have left the business a long time ago. It doesn't matter what you do, but I want you to do everything you can. I want you to bring everything you got. I want the monster. I want the countryman. I want whatever you got. But no, you and the fans and everyone are going to be disappointed when your last match ends up a loss. It doesn't matter if I give you a low blow, because it's all legal on Saturday. And it doesn't matter what weapons all those idiotic Altoona fans bring with them, because I'm going to beat the crap out of you with every single one of them. So don't expect celebration. Expect everyone to be mourning for your one last loss.
I don't like the guy, but he seems very determined to beat Big Lenny this Saturday. I think everybody in that building is going to be rooting for him. Let's go ahead and head over here real quick. We got this contract signing coming up here, and I would like to close the show on that with a little bit of civility. So we're going to go to that here in just a minute. Because I'm not going to have time at the end of this, I want to touch on this real quick. I try to touch on it most shows at the end of the night on Wednesdays here, but I just want to remind folks that your struggle matters, and we understand that, and understand that the hole that would be created by the loss of you is something that could not be filled. We understand you. We love you. We need you as part of the imagination. Stay strong, everybody. Let's all do this together. Let's keep the team mentality. And right now, speaking of the team, let's see all the matches that the imagination is going to see this Saturday night. So without any further ado, let's not waste another minute. We have this contract to get signed. We have 3 chairs. Let's go ahead and this time bring in first the reigning and defending Imagine Heavyweight Champion, Jimmy the Hippie. Jimmy, if you could have a seat right here. Thank you. Next, let's bring to the ring Gorgeous Gregory.
Here I am. Hold on, I gotta fix my hair. Cameraman Steve, come here. Do I look good, sweetheart? Do I look good? Hair's nice and fixed?
Go ahead and nope. Nothing's gonna happen here. Go ahead, grab a seat.
Nothing better happened.
Just grab a seat here. Come on, right here. Sit down. Sit down. Stay calm. Jimmy. Finally, let's go ahead and bring out the Sideshow Psycho, Malachi Gage. Out of the darkness. We all had conversations. We all had conversations here. Everybody just calm down.
I'm calm.
Let's get through this. Let's save it for Saturday night, okay? For the sake of the audience at home, I'm going to read this contract. It is simple, it is brief, and it is to the point. Everybody's going to know the rules for Saturday night. Each of you are going to have an opportunity to speak, and then I'm going to need you to sign this contract. This is a heavyweight title contract on Saturday, March 7th at 7 p.m. The Imagine Heavyweight title will be defended against the top 2 contenders at the Juniata Civics building in Altoona. All parties have agreed to standard catch can style rules. No choking, biting, hair pulling, low blows, use of foreign objects, or eye gouging. Standard rope breaks apply. Follow the referee's instructions at all times. The first man to gain a pinfall or submission over one of the other 2 men will be declared the winner and the new Imagine Heavyweight Champion, or in your case, Jimmy, the continuing reigning heavyweight champion. 1 fall to a finish. Jimmy, I will present this to you first, and the microphone as well.
Well, how about this? An opportunity to speak before Gregory does. Well, as usual, Jimmy the Hippie's going to climb that mountain. He's going to let his actions speak. I have no problem signing this contract against any man that's worthy for this Imagine Wrestling heavyweight title. Malachi Gage is the top of that list right now. Gorgeous Gregory includes himself where he doesn't belong, like usual. Jimmy the Hippie right there on the dotted line.
Very good, Jimmy the Hippie. Classy as always. At this point, I would hope for the same from you, Gorgeous Gregory. Do you have a few words?
I absolutely do. Here we are, guys. I mean, this is the story of my life. I've been the blue chip prospect in every aspect of my life. Whether it was boxing, baseball, whatever sport I played, it didn't matter. I am the blue chip prospect. Nothing changes here, Jimmy. It's my time. Come on, man. You know how this business works. You know how this works, man. I'm the next guy, just like once upon a time, you were the next guy. But now you're the guy. and I'm the next guy. Malachi, I'm not leaving you out. But every main character needs an antagonist. And that's all you'll ever be. That's it. You'll never be the main character. You can't handle this pressure. You can't handle this. Look, you're mentally torn apart already. You can't handle this. Look, man, I'm the next guy, and I'm going to win the heavyweight title on March 4th. And that's just it.
Get your signature, please. Okay, very good. I guess about as well as we can expect from you. Malachi Gage, big opportunity this Saturday. Can we get some words from you and then sign? Okay, I guess you want to sign first. Do you have a few words?
Are we done here?
I guess you have a few things to say.
Come on. Oh, my God.
Come on, guys. Take it easy. Take it easy here. Let's be calm. God, a murder ride 3 days before the show. Come on.